we're talking about the white cube now. Now, the white cube definitely has a lot more unique powers and honestly is the least dangerous compared to the previous two cubes. Now, I guess the least interesting power it has is the ability to control light, which is just your generic flashlight. It has the power to lighten up and brighten up dark areas, and honestly, that's pretty much it. Well, I guess during our experiment, we did have two incidents when experimenting with this light cube. The first incident was with a coworker messing with the brightness. He put the brightness too high and got temporarily blinded. We had to check his eyes. His eyes was hurting. He was in pain, and thank goodness it wasn't permanent and only temporarily. That coworker was fine. And then the second incident was a more cautious coworker, which he uses glasses to make sure he didn't hurt his eyes. And when the coworker increased the brightness all the way up, the surrounding got so hot that flames were started to appear, and we had to quickly enter the room to put the brightness down. And no one was hurt, and everyone was fine. Thank goodness. And another power that we discovered was not only some air manipulation, but also specific cold element manipulations. The ability to control snow, ice, and the cold temperature itself, which is pretty cool. No pun intended. There are two powers that are quite more unique, and the first one is the ability of flight. Now, for that to work, it gives you a set of wings that are made of feathers, and it applies on your back, and now you can fly around the place using those feathered wings. This also gives you the ability of feather falling or slow falling. Either one works, and pretty much if you were to fall off a cliff, you'll just fall down slowly without injury, which is pretty cool. And the next power is a bit more specific. This involves mirrors that we had to experiment with. The first experiment we did was hovering a hand mirror above the white cube, and once we did that, the mirror itself shattered into pieces. Now, those pieces of fragments reflected different universes, which is pretty much a glimpse of the multiverse. And when we reflected this on an object or person, it reflected different versions of the person or object from different universes. So to continue this experiment, we grab a bigger mirror that reflects a person's body, and when we move this closer to the white cube, the bigger mirror opened into a dimension that you can physically enter into, which is the mirror dimension. Now, the mirror dimension lets you observe and spectate different universes in the multiverse. Now, sadly, you can't really interact with things in the multiverse. You're only a spectator and observer, so you can't really do anything with the multiverse, pretty much. You can only just watch and observe. And as far as we know about the mirror dimension, there's nothing really dangerous in there. No entities, no danger, no nothing. It's just a dimension where you can spectate different universes with different stories, pretty much. And I guess if you wanted to bring your mirror back to normal, you can by hovering the white cube towards the mirror again, and it will make the mirror back to normal. Like, it's never been shattered at all or never been a dimension to a mirror dimension. It's just your normal average mirror. So far, those are the powers that we have discovered behind the white cube, and we're still trying to figure out what other powers this white cube has, and so far, this is the most unique cube with the unique powers and the least dangerous, which, honestly, probably for the best. Well, for this one, we're actually not too sure if it has some sort of consciousness or sentience. In this case, as far as we've been experimenting on this white cube, we haven't seen any physical changes or reactions, or any reaction to emotions or feelings at all. It's been just idle, just there, doing nothing apparently. And at rare times it does move, but most of the time it doesn't. The one rare time we saw the white cube move is it made some sort of cloud platform under itself and used the clouds to fly and move around the place, but that's pretty much it. I guess moving around, it has some sort of conscious thinking to move around, I guess, but the fact that it didn't react to any sort of emotion or feeling or had less reactions, we're quite unsure if it really is alive or not. So, this might be one of the few cubes that might be less sentient or conscious compared to the other two that we talked about.